Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Hello, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. I hope you're having a wonderful week. My more walnutting this week is a little bit more of a discussion on, yes, condition related, but also on like on the snack hacks kind of train of like body love and all the things. Because I'm at the phase now, Walnut, where I'm just actually starting to feel a little bit squishy. And I had the early on in my condition, I had it, but I think I wasn't necessarily having physical bodily, well, I was having physical bodily changes. I am growing a vampire, but um, it it was more a mind thing where I was feeling squishy because things were changing and stuff. And I'm at a point now towards the end phase, Walnut, of this condition where um I the changes have occurred. They're still going, but I've obviously talked in the past weeks about how I've had to sort of take things down a little bit. I haven't been like weight training at the gym. I've been trying to like listen to my body a little bit more, and things have just become a lot more gentle. And with the gentle has come squishiness. And I've just noticed, like my arms, because I haven't been like doing weights and stuff. I, I like I've always had I've always been a bit thick. We know this, right? I'm a chunky gal, but without having specific areas of body parts being trained regularly, I I don't I just feel a bit squishier. I feel a little bit like a marshmallow. Um Funnily enough, I'm wearing the dress that has been described that looks like a sack of potatoes, and not like I am a big fat potato slob, but because of the color and of my big vampire bump. Um, but yeah, I'm just starting to feel a little bit squishier. And so how I've sort of been navigating through this, and I wanted to talk a little bit about comments and things like that because it is really strange in this condition. um like what you let be water off a duck's back, and what you let people say and what you don't let people say. And it's just really strange. Like, example, I saw a colleague who didn't know about my condition and then obviously found out, and a former colleague, and then saw them the other day, and they looked down, looked up, and said, "How far along are you?" And it was one of those like, "Oh, I know, sorry, I know we shouldn't assume, but I didn't want to say the other day," and blah, 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 blah. Um, and it's like, obviously, obviously there's a vampire in my belly, and obviously it looks like there's a vampire in my belly, but the immediate triggered reaction is, "Oh, my tummy's big and poking out," right? Like, that's the crux of it. It comes out. It's That's the first point of call. It's not like, "Oh, I'm being like a superhero creating organs and building a baby." It's like, "I look fat," which is a really you know, strange thing to hold at the same time as that empowered, like, womanly feeling that I have at the same time. So I'm trying to like navigate the human natural instinct of feeling squishy with um how to sort of empower myself like about it. Um and yeah, that I had a comment as well. A friend of mine, she just finished a half marathon. Woo! You're a superstar if you're listening to this. But it really motivated me because I was like thinking about doing that this year until my condition happened. And to my defense, I still practiced running up until, as you know, and up until I couldn't actually run anymore. Um, but it made me very excited to try, you know, to try and do a half marathon, challenge of myself next year. And the comment was made that, oh, um, that that will coincide really nicely with losing the baby weight. Slaps forehead, grips bridge of nose, like again, a comment that is not intended to uh rip your self-esteem to shreds or make your inner feminist want to throw your period blood all over the walls, but um, a comment that sticks in a certain way nonetheless. My reply was, well, it's not a, about my running or training for a marathon would not be because I'm trying to do that. In fact, I won't even be thinking about that at all. Um, I won't be thinking about that at all post vampire. I've done enough snack hacks walnut work on my body image to feel like that probably won't be a thing. I might have squishy moments like I'm having now, but that certainly is not going to be, I say now, a focus of mine. Um, but yeah, I'm just trying to navigate this like what you let slide, what you let percolate, what you let be said or comment back on or all the things. And there's kind of a lot going on right now. If you've had sort of similar commentary, Walnut, I'd love to hear about it. But basically, um, I wanted to I wanted to sort of share for my micro walnutting this week, navigating through the squishiness. I've got a couple examples of stuff that I've been kind of doing. One was I really celebrated, I found a yoga um practice. I've been doing a lot of yogas that focus on like sciaticals and nerve pain and not nerve pain, back pain. And um I branched out because my back has started to give me less discomfort at the moment, which I'm like, yay. So I tried another one just for the time of where I'm at in my condition, and it was all of the exercises of the back pain one that I really enjoyed, plus some more, and I got a little sweat on, and that made me feel very productive. And those little moments where you just feel the burn, and it's like, oh, that's gonna hurt tomorrow, but it feels good. Um, so that's one of the things that I did was I really, really celebrated trying something new, trying a new exercise. And I have forgotten which one it was. I did not save it. Silly me. But since then have done another one, found a similar one that gave me that sort of same feeling. And now I'm up to where I want to try potentially something else a little bit more as well, and just keep going with that while listening to my body. And another another thing that has been helping me sort of navigate through this walnut is I've kind of it does help that it's winter time here in New Zealand, but I have kind of been not really hermiting, but on the weekends, because I've been actually just tired and sore, I haven't really been up to much, and I've been really enjoying that. Um, but I have an event. Well, it's not really an event, it's just a thing coming up, and it involves seeing people that actually just seeing people full stop. But you know how sometimes it's just a thing. It's just a thing to see people, despite if they're people who make you feel a certain way, or people that make you feel super safe, or people that make you feel um we have to sort of mentally prep for sometimes. Sometimes that happens. But just seeing people full stop. So I've got one of those sort of coming up, and social interaction for an introvert. For an introvert in a condition, in this condition. Um, and yeah, I've been overthinking a lot about how I am feeling squishy, how I am feeling vulnerable, and how I don't want to be in a spot where I'm overanalyzing myself, where I'm thinking that someone else thinks about me in a certain way and what I look like, and am my arm super squishy, and is my vampire bump like way far out to the side, like all of the things that you think when you are not in your comfortable bubble. Um, so in preparation of this, knowing that I don't want to have those feelings or thoughts, and knowing that I'm already feeling squishy, I have planned my outfit. Seems really micro, seems really small, but it's an outfit that I have tried. It's an outfit that is comfortable, and it's an outfit that like still looks good. Remember when I celebrated like a few weeks ago about how like I slayed the outfit? I had an idea in my head and I put it on and it looked really good. Um, it's kind of like that, but a tried and tested one. So I think I I'm really proud of that little micro walnut, and I know that when I get to that event, the thing that I'm going to, the peopling, I know that when I go outside to see a person or people, I'm going to be in snack hack number one, and clothes that fit, that are comfortable, and that I immediately feel good in. I'm not trying to accentuate anything. I'm just trying to feel good when I already know that I'm feeling a little bit squishy in the first instance, to try and ease my overwhelm, overthinking, and all of the things that are very likely to go on in my head, um, while I'm being a social butterfly. Um, so that's another thing. And the other example I wanted to share, Walnut, is um, a little bit of like, if you don't ask, you're not going to get sort of thing. This is a couple of story times. Well, I don't know if this will be relevant or if you'd even enjoy hearing about these, but let me know. Give me your feedback. And if you've had similar. But we had a new reformer Pilates like place open up in the town I'm in. And I was like, oh no, because this was when I had just decided that I was going to take stuff down and be a bit more gentle and things. And I just thought in my head, like, oh, I better not buy the discounted opening rate, because one, I shouldn't be doing that because of my condition, and you're not meant to try something super new, and I don't want to like put my body under like physical strain. Um, Blah blah blah. I'm just trying to be really gentle. And then yeah, I see it all over the Instagram, and like friends of mine have gone, and I've been quite jealous because it's something that I've wanted to try for a long time now, because it was always talked about at work for people in the city who were doing it, blah 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 blah. And anyway, so they've opened, and I already was at peace with myself that I'm not going to try it. Um, and my midwife came over and she said that, I don't know how we got to talking about it, but she said, "Oh yeah, I'm a bit sore from this Pilates." And I was like, "Oh, is it this one?" And she said yes. And so we ended up yapping about it a little bit, and I was asking her feedback. And I said, "Oh, I'm really sad because um I really wanted to get the opening rate, but I didn't get it because of my condition, blah blah blah." And she said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, I thought that I was being responsible, that you can't just go ahead and start a new regime and a new thing. And I didn't think it would be best." And she said, "Well, it's up to you, but um, you can just contact them and tell them of your condition, and tell them how many weeks you are, and get the exercises modified for you." And I was like, holy shit, I didn't think of that. So I have booked in for a one-on-one session. I messaged the people and I said, "Look, I want this. I would like to purchase the opening rate still if it's available, and um I have to let you know that I'm this many weeks pregnant, and can I still join? Can I still attend? And they said, yeah, you just have to have a one-on-one sesh with us. And so they can show me the modifications. And yeah, so I'm booked in for that this week, which will be very exciting. So by the time I talk to you next Walnut, I will have done my first session and I will have decided if I um, enjoy it or not, and I can try a new thing. But um that's another thing that has been sort of uh micro walnutting again, just ask and you shall, if you don't ask, what's the harm in asking? If you don't ask, you're not going to get, right? So all of those little tidbits and examples have been little mini ways of how I have been walnutting, micro walnutting through the squishiness that's popped up. And it's obviously not popped up out of the blue. I definitely have changed body shape and brain. My brain has completely changed and lots to get used to. So it's only natural that that comes with a little bit of like looming insecurity in some ways. But I thought it would be important to share that walnut because I know that especially us walnut women, we think it, but we don't necessarily, it's not something that's sort of widely spoken about either. So yeah, those are my sort of like micro walnuttings this week, just helping me navigate through squishy times and um just apologies, Walnut. I had to pause. I got interrupted, and now I've lost my complete train of thought, and I'm going to start crying. I'm having a condition cry because now I'm overwhelmed because I completely lost my train of thought, and now I'm overthinking myself about if my episode even makes any sense. Trying to be all empowering, and now I feel hold and like my brain just fell out of my butt. So I'm going to end my episode there. I'm going to continue on my little cry and let it out. Um, but what was my moral of the story? Mini walnuttings. Oh, Walnut, I'm so overwhelmed. All that happened was I got distracted by someone outside my door. And yeah, then my whole head fell out of my butt. But micro walnutings were what I'm doing to navigate um my squishiness. How I'm feeling a bit squishy. And as you can tell, anything is setting off this little tender heart. Um, so on that walnut, just know it is okay. It is okay to have a minty bee and feel overwhelmed. But there are also lots of like little mini things that we can do to try and make our future selves feel better or even present selves, such as have a cathartic cry when things feel hard or, um, you know, plan the outfit for the thing that you're going to or ask if you can take the class and explain your situation, um, all those sorts of things. So on that walnut, have a happy Walnut Wednesday, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.